to apologize that I've been misleading people into thinking that I'm a cat with sunglasses, but in fact I'm this disgusting creature, a human being. Anyway, thank you for coming, and I just got 2K sub. Thank you for all you guys, and we will be doing some Zenless Zone Zero content. It's gonna have some. It's gonna have some. It's gonna involve something about tier list. If you're coming to rewatch it from the archive, then yeah, you're also welcome too. And I'm also appreciate that you are here. Yeah. So I got 2K sub for now, but I'm not gonna pop the champagne and splash at my computers, because the amounts of money that I made, because it's gonna cost more than the amounts of money that I made from the entire channel. Anyway, let's get started. So I'll be doing some daily grind and the weekly grind first while chilling with you guys. And yeah, and maybe half hours or an hours later, we'll be reacting to some videos and some tier list and doing some tier list discussion. So let's do this. Electrics and ice. Okay. Electrics and ice. What was that? Fire weakness? Hello, man. Sir Kwasa. Welcome. So yeah. What am I gonna do? Maybe like, I think I would go with Rina here. I can't find my Rina. Okay. And Harumasa, I guess. I'll just go with the classic Astra team. Yeah, this team doesn't really feel so nice. We'll just go along with it. It's a it's just level 4. It's just level 4 critical node. Yeah, how about the audio? Is it like too loud in the game? Yeah, I think I will just adjust it myself. This should be better. Yeah, let's go. Now buff with Rina and play and change to Rina. That's a really bad grouping, to be honest. Hey, thanks, King Capricornio. Yeah, thank you for always commenting in my YouTube videos. Very much appreciated. I don't even know if this like the last wave, so I'm gonna keep my ult here. Alright, it's not the last wave. Yeah, I think this is what's really good about the Qingyi, because she's able to do this AoE stun with the ultimate. Oh, I missed the dodge. Now that's one of them. Now breaks it. Oops, that's a wasted skill. But it doesn't really matter that way. Yeah, I could see that my streaming quality isn't that good. It still looks blurry. I should change my internet. I should upgrade my internet the other day. Yeah, maybe after I upload the next video. I've been procrastinating for a while about internet. Welcome, guys. Oh, when you are playing with this specific oh, it's dead. I just want to say that the attacks that the attacks of this particular enemy does, if you blocks it, it's gonna deal a loss of days. Hey, thank you, man. I'm humble, so your quality is good. Thanks. I guess I'm gonna go with Lucy here, but I'm not sure if my Lucy is equipped. Okay. I guess I will just swap. I'll just take from Astra and let Astra take the demon. Lucy, Bernice. Let me check the stage a little bit. Yeah, we could have just brute force it with the with Yanagi Bernice team. Let me check again. Yeah, that should be solid. I don't even have to change the bamboo. Oops. That's some really bad grouping. So we tag her with the fire and then do the normal thing. And then tops it with the disorder. Yeah, I think his ultimate is overkilled a little bit. What am I doing here? Okay. Yeah, I thought that should be able to finish her off, but it doesn't. Lucy has a really good impact as a support. Oh. My Yanagi just lose a tons of HP there. Now finish off with Yanagi. How do you guys feel about the Shiyu defense at this patch? Cause this is like my, cause I haven't finished all of it yet. They should be dead here. Yep. I think it was pretty chill, but I'm kind of unrelatable since I was saving for Miyabi since day one. Oh, so you got like M2 Miyabi. Oops. Now I just pressed leaving the Shiyu defense. Now I gotta like rearrange everything again. Not a big deal. What do we have? Okay, so we'll just brute force it with the Lucy Bernice team, I guess. Lucy, Bernice, Yanagi. And yeah, just typical Nico, Astra, Miyabi. M6W1. That is phenomenal. You're crushing, man. I respect your dedication there. It took a lot to save up that much. Is it gonna proc? Nope. Rebuild a little bit. Oops, I missed that. I think there's a HP inflation, but I carry by my M2 Miyabi second half. Yeah, that's nice. Zenless Zone Zero is quite generous, so it wasn't that bad when compared to saving into other MiHoYo games. Yeah, I agree with that. Like, even if you don't have like the the 5-star unit, you still have the really good 4-star unit to covers up for you. Yeah, and the event really gives a lot of polychromes though. And now I... Yeah, like Genshin is quite hard to save for the polychromes. They don't really give a lot. I think Honkai is kind of alright. We got like 140 in 1.4 and getting around 130. What do you mean? You mean like pools? You mean like pools, right? 130 pools and 140 pools. Hello, Oida boy. Yeah, sorry for the bad streaming qualities. Yeah, I think I will just reveal my face every once in a while when I'm making the videos. Like I still find myself stuttering when I'm recording the video. Am I on Asian server? Yes, I am. Because I kind of re-roll pretty hard. I just keep switching between the servers and re-roll into Soldier 11 at the time. Like if you take a look at my videos history, you're gonna see that I actually have videos about playing Soldier 11 back then. Okay, 3 minutes for the first time. You don't like Soldier? Yeah, I mean, like, of course, if you're looking from today's perspective. But she's like literally one of the few, but we don't really have much choices that when it launches, right? Fire and electric's weakness. What do we have? Ice and Ether again. So we may want to swap Yanagi out. Or maybe we don't have to, because she could be just there to just proc the disorder. By the way, do you think Swing Jazz is the best set for Eve? I would say it's a safer option if you're not looking for the end game content, like trying to speedrun. Yeah, and I think I have already did all the respawn, and it's eventually yeah, I mean, I'm not able to test it. So anything that I said is just an extrapolation. It's just my thought. It's just my opinion. But it doesn't mean that I'm absolutely correct. But nonetheless, it's very close to the Woodpecker and the how to say, Hormone Punks. Yeah. Soldier 11 was my first crush until Miyabi came. Yes. You unfortunately have M6 Soldier. I don't know. I'm not sure how am I gonna respond that. Losing a tons of 50-50s. Are you feeling fortunate for getting 6 of them or getting 7 copies? Unfortunately, yeah, I missed the word unfortunately. I've been pretty lucky with my pulls with this account. Soldier 11 has a lot of loyal supporters in the communities, which is quite interesting. Yeah, Soldier's job got taken by Evelyn. Yeah, I think it's because the Soldier 11 is actually does need some skills to get used to, and people do take pride from that. That's why that's why there's a community for that. Because Soldier 11 is objectively underpowered characters at the moment. My hot take is Soldier is better than better than Alan. Man, I don't have Alan, so I'm not really sure about it. But I really like her mechanics though. I wish more agent has that kind of complexity. Yeah, I really do agree with that. But unfortunately, I don't think this is the direction that they are heading. Because they are... Like when I play... Like in these gacha games, they would always try to make their game cater toward like wider audience instead of satisfying the hardcore player. And of course, I'm not saying that this is good thing or bad thing. I'm saying that it is what it is. Evelyn has somewhat complexity mechanics. I like it. Yeah, you have to like time her chain attacks and play her rotation around her chain attacks. Like you gotta save everything for the chain attacks in order for her DPS to pop up. Yeah, why do I even switch to her? Yeah, the hard... Oh, we just finished the content? Okay. I think the hardest challenge On playing Evelyn is really to line up the stun window, and that is pretty much like 100% of it and 90% of it. So like pretty much any stunner in the future are gonna work. So pretty much any stunner in the future gonna works like pretty decently with Evelyn. Yeah, I don't think there will be stunner better than Lighter. Like if I were to be totally honest, because Lighter's kit is just so niche and so specific. I guess I'm gonna do some weekly. Yep, let's do some weekly. So I would just take the electrics one here because Yanagi's no, I should just take the Miyabi's DPS. Like what am I thinking? Yeah, now I gotta take the electrics, the electric bamboo, because like the Yanagi abnormally couldn't catch up with Miyabi's abnormally. But it doesn't really matter, to be honest, because it's just so easy to clear. Yeah, I should change it to English. Oops, I can't. Yep, we'll just log in again. Is the audio too loud? I mean, like as in-game, as like the game audio. Who is my favorite unit? I gotta say Bernice. No, it isn't. Thank you. I gotta say Bernice though. Like she's actually the first character that I find attractive. She's the first character that I find attractive in Zenless Zone Zero, if I were to be totally honest. In addition. Yeah, I think we can start the tier list discussion right after this. Yes, she's hot. Yeah, Evelyn is also really hot though. Like pretty much in pretty much every MiHoYo game, like fire units are always the hottest, like Fireflies, Hu Tao, Yoimiya. Astra the hottest, yeah. Did you watch my videos about the Astra design? She actually looks just like what any like Hong Kong superstar is like. Even the hairstyle. You are the Fireflies haters. I respect that. Cause she got a lot of fan base and a lot of art. I think she's like one of the very first unit that kind of like destroyed the Honkai Star Rail though as a game, because like you kind of have to pair her with the with so many specific units like Gallagher, the Ruan Mei to make her works. Astra looks like Yo. Let me search who is Yo. Y-O-R. Oh, Yolu. Oh, okay. Spy Family. Yeah, Astra. I mean, like Astra is literally singing the HK music. I think they actually get the Chinese pop musics and the Hong Kong pop music right on the point. I actually feels like I got back to my childhood, if I were to be totally honest. It really sounds a lot like the music that I have been listening to for like decade ago, but in a good way. It's like I think it's like people trying to make a pop music from 70s but in 2020. Like they extract all the good part of those old musics and recreate it again. I think it's really awesome that way. Avoid knockback or launch to earn more reward. What is knockback? Dodge the attack. Okay. Avoid getting hit. Jamada. Oh. Wait, I thought I were Japanese. Yeah, who do you think I am? I'm actually Taiwanese. I'm not Japanese. But I learned Japanese to a pretty good extent. To be totally honest, I create this channel. I actually initially want to start this channel as a language learning channel, but somehow it turns into, or maybe like commentary, but all of them doesn't really perform. And I was like, yeah, fuck it. I would just make videos about Jane Doe, then it pops up. No, not your bad. I wasn't. This is like me intentionally try not to like make my identity all about myself being a Taiwanese. So I wasn't really. I'm not trying to hide it, but I'm not also like trying to like tell everyone what kind of nationality I am. It's not your fault. I mean, like I would have mistaken German with the Italian. You have great wife. Hey, thank you. I've been learning Mandarin for my New Year resolution. Then, no, it's not his fault. Oi da boy. I've been trying to learn Mandarin for my New Year resolution. I would say take it easy though, because Mandarin takes a lot of time to learn as an English speaker. It actually took about like few thousand hours to get that baseline levels of fluency. Yeah, but I do always has plan about making a videos how I learned the language with gaming. but it just on my, but the ideas is always there, but I haven't find the right timing to make the video yet. You love my content? Hey, thank you very much. And I also, yeah, thank you for the comment that I saw. That, yeah, I saw you comment in my one of my recent videos. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. I can write like 5th grade level. Hey, that's impressive. 5th grade is impressive. Yeah, you are on the track. You're perfectly great. You're perfectly fine. Do you have like any drama or any or any like comics in Chinese that you like? If you have those things, you could it would be more fun to learn it that way. So where am I? Let's go to the purple one. I watched Taiwanese, Chinese drama. Yeah, some of them are pretty nice. No, I actually. It doesn't really matter which one I pick. Oh, I forget to buff with the Astra. I think the second skill. I think this animation is so cool. The when you use the skill for twice. Taiwanese drama are easier to understand. I wonder why though. Chinese wuxia wants the Chinese sounds too formal. Yeah, they are. It really is a. Yeah, I think it's because Taiwan has been exposed to the Western movies and the dramas, and of course the dramas from Japan. So so the content is going to bound to be more casual than the Chinese, because my family is from Singapore and the Mandarin spoken in Singapore is more like Southern China Mandarin. Yeah, they do have different accent to Taiwanese, and I think it's largely because like they are inherently a bilingual country because of the policy. And now they kind of like switch their education back to Chinese again. They've been educating their kid for like with English for like decade, I guess. I actually don't know much about the Singapore. So let me take the buff here. Taking the frost. I think the line comics is... This is line comic. What is my Tierlist hot take? Yeah, instead of hot takes, I would say it's more like elaborating with meaning behind the extra how to say, elaborating the reason behind this tier list. It's not really like I have strong it's not really like I have strong opinion with the tier list. It's more like there are some reason that they put it that way, and I could understand why they put it that way. Yeah, I did. Did I make one? I made the team tier list, but I haven't made the characters tier list. If I remember it correctly. Let me get a sip of water. Lycan is T2. Lycan. I actually saw a JP content creator use the lighter signature Wenjin on the Lycan, and it's working pretty well. He takes too much fuse time and doesn't give enough to justify it, in my opinion. Yeah, that's why he's the standard characters. He bound to be that way. Okay, we'll just finish the boss first, then I would take a peep after this. And I think we can get going with the tier list. Oh, that's a huge waste. but I think that's the reality of the but I think you can't really expect much from a standard characters in general in pretty much any game, I would say, except Bennett and Xianglin. I totally agree with that. There are like low-key tier 0 characters, and the only thing that stopped them from being like tier 0 is literally there's an S-rank category. There's an S-rank category up there. I mean, like S-rank characters up there, and there are A-rank. their kid are like, especially the Lucy one, she's like almost perfect in terms of being a support. She took so little on-field time and gives so much buff. But you could see that like unit like Sokaku would be harder to use, and Nicole does take a little bit on field time, but justifiable. Yep, I would take a short break about 2 or 3 minutes, I guess, and we will continue. Nicole is so good, it's funny. Yeah, I agree. I agree with that, and Nicole doesn't need any investment other than her core skill. You're absolutely right. Let me see. I will just turn off this and yep, let's go. Tierlist. So I guess I would just ignore the one at like the T2, and let's go over with the Anby. Anby, I'm not so knowledgeable about her, but it seems like she's designed to be like the burst DPS along with stunning capabilities. But overall, I think her kit and her stat are just bad. She's in this really weird spot where like there are just too many good A rank support, like let's say Lucy, Nicole. We just discussed that, and we also have slightly better unit like this says. Man, I'm not sure if Sokaku should if Sokaku should be as good as the says. But I guess 100%. I guess 100 and normally is pretty good, I guess. Hello. And let's move on to Soldier 11. Mindscape 0. So Soldier 11 at like you don't like Sokaku, she feels clunky. She is, because she is. Especially her skill took so much time to perform. But there are ways to cancel it. You could look it up online. Like one of the strongest kit on the Soldier 11 is her Mindscape 4, because that's allow her to dish out all the DPS without without getting interrupted. But you could also achieve that with the Caesar if you're pairing her with Caesar. So I guess that's why she fell down. And moving on to Halumasa. Why Halumasa is here? I guess the only reason that Soldier 11 and Halumasa is being put it together is because of the I think it's because of the Lider. Lider is the one that brings Soldier 11 up. It's not necessary that she's strong. But Halumasa feels pretty decent. And next, yeah, we just talked about Ses and the Sokaku. And now Koleida. Yeah, Koleida is a pretty fun. Koleida is also a weird one, because she doesn't give anything other than just stunning. But But what about like when you compare her with like Lycan? Let's say what do Lycan get? Days increase 12%. And what about his additional abilities? Yeah, he got like, yeah, the only reason that Lycan is up there is because of the ice damage resistant. She buffed chain attack. Oh, do you mean like Koleida buff chain attack? Chain. Oh. All squad members' chain attacks deal 35% more damage to the target. Yeah, I don't know about that. The effects stack up to 2 times and reset when the stun effects end. Yeah, that's... But the chain attacks like only happens 3 times per stun, and I guess it's just not as much compared to other unit, I guess. Anyway, next, Piper. Yeah, I thought Piper. Oh, they put Piper here. Yeah, because I think Piper is a pretty good one. Piper, I think she's one of the best free-to-play unit in the game, because like the anomaly builds up is like crazy. Unless I have Evelyn. Yeah. And I think there's a lot of things that Piper could do. Like she could support any other anomaly unit that is up there. She could be play along with Jane Doe. She could be play along with the Bernice, Yanagi, or even Miyabi. And I have also like made videos about, and I've also made videos about it, about the Piper Lucy and the Miyabi team. It's overall really good. She's a really versatile character, I would say. You could build her into a DPS. You could also build her into an anomaly characters. Alan Joe, I don't really have the knowledge. I don't really have much knowledge about her, to be totally honest. But I guess she's decent. And I think the only reason that they Yeah, let's talk about Bernice. Yeah, Bernice is quite perfect. Is absolutely perfect as a anomaly characters because she took so little on field time, and she could be built up the anomaly off field like a lot. And then Evelyn, yes, I kind of the instead of saying that Evelyn is hard to use, I think I don't think she's as hard when you compare her to the unit like Harumasa. But and the only reason they put expert there is really because she's a really niche character. She's actually the strongest DPS aside from Miyabi, and but she could be only used in teams like Astra and the lighter. Yeah, let me pull up some of the numbers. 1 second. Yeah, I think I could find the numbers here. Give me some time. Oh, hey, and give me a minute. Give me a minute. Yeah, so here's the video. I think it's here. And the point about and what he's trying to say is that and what is this video and what is this video what is this whole video is about is that he's trying to say that Evelyn is much stronger than the Miyabi in the fire weakness content because she's fire. Um, but the major differences between Evelyn and unit like Miyabi is that Miyabi could be used in a wider content, and she has more teams than Evelyn. But Evelyn has a very narrow team and very narrow content to be used it. So instead of saying that you need skill to instead of saying that Evelyn is the types of characters that need to be that needs a lot of skills, it's more like she need to be in the right team, in the right condition to be strong. Of course, with the W, of course with the signature W engine. Yeah, that's what I want to say. Jane Doe, unfortunately, I think Jane Doe is like. I feels like Jane Doe is like the. I don't have Julian, but it feels like Jane Doe is like the weakest out of all the tier 0.5. That's my impression with her after owning her for a while. I just find myself use Jane Doe less. And yeah, Lucy, Nicole need no explanation, and Rena actually need like Mindscape 1 to be as comparable as Lucy and Nicole. I don't think Rena should be here at Mindscape 0. I think she should be like T1 at Mindscape 0 and maybe T.5 and maybe tier 0.5 at the Mindscape 1 because you gotta waste lots of time switching into Rena to pops her buff, and most of the time her energy wouldn't be able to catch up with the rotation in Mindscape 0. So that's why lots of content creators out there suggest that you have to pull for her Mindscape 1. And the other thing about Rina is that like when she buff her additional abilities, like it's going to increase the shock for like 3 seconds, and that 3 seconds also increase your DPS on the electrics anomaly directly. Like 30, it means 30% of the damage. It means 30% of the anomaly damage. So like this 3 second is then so like this 3 second wasn't distributed, wasn't diluted with your damage. So you don't so it's a flat increase of damage. So it's really useful when you're pairing her with the electro unit. Um 1 second. So let's move on to Zhu Yuan. Yeah, unfortunately I don't really have much to I never played Zhu Yuan before. But one thing that I've been realizing recently about the W engine is that the Evelyn signature weapons is apparently pretty good for like all of the critical DPS out there. Let me show you guys. I guess it's here. Let me pause it. Yeah, it's even better than Zhu Yuan's. It's even better than Zhu Yuan's signature weapon by a little bit, I guess. Man, that is like kind of crazy. And it's even the best in slot for the Billy, but not for Alan, but not so much for Alan, I guess. And what about other team? Yeah, the result looks roughly the same. Anyway, get back to tier list. Caesar. Hybrid stun. Caesar, I agree with that. Need no introduction there. She debuff. She kind of debuff everything, and I think she should be work. I think she would be competing as a one of the best team in the Anby trigger team as the third slot. But I would guess Astra is a better option. I think Astra need no discussion. She could be fit in any team, and she gives a hell lot of damage. And Qingyi feels like one of these strongest stun. Qingyi does feels like super strong, but people doesn't discuss her. People doesn't really discuss about her as much as she's supposed to be. Like the 280% multiplier is is really it's kind of crazy, not gonna lie. And I thought the stunner after Qingyi would have similar kit as her, but it seems like that's not the case. Like as for Lighter need no introduction, Miyabi need no introduction. Okay. Yep, let's get back to play the Zenless Zone Zero. Did I just disable my chat? Okay, it's here. Seven's watching. Okay. What do we do? We got like Shiyu defense and yeah, I have like finished the. I've finished this and I kind of forget what I'm supposed to do. Okay, I haven't grind for this. Who should I level up? Yeah, I think I would just keep leveling up the Lycon. Let me check the material. Notorious Hunt. Oh, I already get it. Okay, never mind. I guess I will just do some event. I actually haven't tried fishing yet. What do you guys think about the fishing?
店長殿、かように早く着いていたとは殊勝な心がけであるな。
What with this lively atmosphere?
どういうこと？なんかすっごく賑やかなんだけど。無論、ここで釣りの大会が催されているゆえに他ならぬ。我らはすでに遅れをとっておるぞ。待って、チーが言ってた釣り。
This is the kind of fishing we were talking about earlier.
ああ、こりゃチーさん、あんたかね。いつも仕事で忙しそうにしとるから。
一度すでになり、いかでか信じるにあたわんや。ここ数日は休暇が取れたゆえ、こちらの相棒と共に会場を見に来たしだ。
Yeah, just to let you guys know, the way that Chingy speaks, she actually speaks like an ancient person. She doesn't even sound like an old person.
リンよ、紹介しよう。こちらはエリーフィッシング協会のセイ会長であるぞ。
そうなんじゃよ。
Her arm just fell off into the river. I was the one who fished it out. Truly unforgettable. Absolutely cinema.
真っ赤な金組織が露出しないよう改良されたのであるな。大丈夫？それ会して聖会長よ。教会の規模を考えると、こたびの大会はことにだ。
実を言うと、
The honors have been calculated into the association's offer. For this, but you know someone recently took photo of blue light flickering over the sea near at night. From my years of experience, that's definitely volume fish.
島に行けるかどうかは灯台を修理できるかどうかにかかっとる。せよ、灯台の修理にいる資材はどうなった？なぜまだ届いておらんの？何をそんなに焦っとるんだ。
Yeah, you know what? I'll just skip it and maybe we will do the reaction videos, I guess. So I got some videos on average luck gamers and the hard sell. The Yeah, let's not watch this one. I will just watch the Captain Cabinet one with the I think this one is pretty interesting. The why woman angry
What's good,
at
everybody? So
why woman angry at gacha game? Yeah, is it she reacting to the videos? Okay, let's not do this. Oh, this is this
what's
one?
good, everybody? Like that.
Okay, nope. Okay, we'll just do average luck gamers.
This video is
Okay, let's go. I think average luck gamers is a really good content creators that brings up a lot of compelling topics to talk about. So we'll be looking at this. Let me turn up the audios. Yep, let's go.
this video is not for whales and dolphins. It's for you, because you are just like me. Average Duck Gamer here, and today we'll get a little bit deeper on something that I've mentioned a lot in passing, but I think it's worth drawing a bit more attention to, because there are ways that you can plan around it as a player. And that thing is the hard sell, the back-to-backing of characters that are really good with each other, which is something that Zenless Zone Zero seems to be leaning into.
Yeah, they even make their lore. They even use the lore to pair them together. Like but unlike the Honkai Star Rail with the Kafka and the Black Swan, you don't see anything. You don't see anything connect. You don't see anything between Kafka and Black Swan together. But in the lore, but Astra and Evelyn are like, they have like pretty strong story.
Pretty hard at the moment, and potentially it could get worse. So let's talk about this. And by this, I
that
mean
one is
this.
quite bad.
Here is every limited S-rank character in release order, and yes, there are some that are kind of just chilling on their own, but then we start to see a bit of a pattern, which is getting closer and closer together, particularly when we think about what's coming in 1.6. And this pattern is the tendency to run characters right next to each other who will be best in slot teammates, or at least very good teammates at the time of
Let me
release.
see. The Astra, Evelyn, Yanagi, Miyabi, Qingyi, and Zhu Yuan. Yes, they are.
And as we move forward into 1.5, this is Astra into Evelyn, and in 1.6, this is looking like it's going to be Ambi to the Squeakquel and to Trigger. It's not a huge leap to make that assumption. Now, because we're also introducing reruns into the mix here as well, it may very much feel that low spend and free-to-play players will not be getting much of a break, because they can also use reruns to run these characters together as well. Imagine getting Astra's rerun when we get our third Stars of Lyra character, who just happens to be a stun agent that is better than Lyta for Evelyn. Or maybe they even just run Evelyn instead of
stunner than
just
Evelyn.
An example off the top of my head. I have no idea if that's gonna be a thing. I guess ultimately the direction.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to imagine from this patch, but I think it's also kind of hard to imagine that Jane Doe is gonna get power creep, but so early.
I'm going with this too is that Genshin recently had their first double new character banner, and you might think that doesn't affect me.
That is like one of the most egregious moves that MiHoYo have ever made. There's no justification for that. Like, it's obviously a monetizing strategy.
Playing Zenless Zone Zero, and that's true for now, but it's all Hoyoverse. And from a business perspective, if they can get more money by running two new characters together in one half of the patch,
they could make more money short term, but they are doing in an expense of the frustration of the player.
and then a full rerun
Nobody
on the other
liked
side,
that.
they might just do it, and that's a little scary. Now, we know that Zenless Zone Zero's community and player base is a lot smaller than Genshin's, so they probably wouldn't want to tick off a large portion of their players, so I don't think they could do something like that now, but it is a future possibility. But I also don't want to disapprove of something that hasn't actually happened yet in Zenless Zone Zero, so we'll
Yeah, I hope that would never happen. I really hope that
move
would
along.
never
The fact
happen.
remains, though, that there is a distinct pattern of characters running back to back that would be extremely good with each other. And partly this is out of necessity. They want us to be excited about new characters working well with other new characters so that they can sell them both to us at the same time during their live streams. This character is going to let you do additional chain attacks. Ooh. And this one's going to have bananas chain attack multipliers. Oh, and by the way, they're both cuties. Anyway, so seeing this happen, how do we
Like instead of so what they're thinking, what's in their mind is like they're trying to sell us. So instead of selling one unit at a time, they're trying to sell it like a combos, right? Like the Mac combo. Like when you're buying stuff from McDonald's, you want to get a drinks, a fries, and a burgers all together with some discount on it, and they expect that would make more money than just selling just one burger. Just like what they always do. Just like the early Genshin.
we amend our approach as players, which we'll get right into after this.
And I think there's good parts of it, and there are also bad part of it. The bad part of it is there's gonna be this FOMO element where you're gonna feel like, oh, I haven't got. Let's say if I'm on the Qingyi banner, but I don't have Zhu Yuan, then I'm gonna think about, oh, I don't have Zhu Yuan, so I shouldn't pull for Qingyi, or maybe I don't have Astra, so I shouldn't pull for Aveline. I think that's the downside of it. And I think MiHoYo is kind of gambling on that. They're gonna benefit more and makes more money out of this strategy.
Just a reminder that you probably aren't subscribed. Liking and subscribing is the best way to support creators like me.
Yeah, I haven't.
YouTube. If you want to hang out and ask questions on stream, then
Yeah, I haven't subscribed him yet.
drop me a follow over on Twitch. Always happy to talk about this kind of stuff. And if you want to ask questions about the game or your team and builds, then join the Discord. I also request accounts for review in there, which I do while live. Links to all that down below. Back on topic though. As a player, we need to approach cautiously. I've said before that if you go into a character banner, you want to have around 20,000 polychrome, and with that, you'll be able to get the character. As
Yeah,
20K
how much
will
is
give you
that? 20,000
125
polychromes. Because usually I would save about like 120 and take 160 as a guarantee. Oh, that's 100. That's 125. That's 125 pools.
pulls. And if you lose the 50, you still have the remaining 20 or so days to get 55 more pulls. Plus, you'll have residual signals, which do add up.
Exactly.
So based on the amount of freebies that we get from Zenless Zone Zero, that should be enough to
So from my observation, every 10 pools is like one free pools.
get any single character. And so I think you know where this is going. However, banking around 40k polychrome for the back-to-back characters
Yeah, that's a
that you
little bit
may want
overkill.
is what we should do, but that does really seem like way too much.
I actually has a cousin who saved up to like 10,000 primo germs in Genshin, and he haven't pulled for like a year. and I was like, then what's the point of playing the game if you save up that much?
Plus, banking that much polychrome takes so much time that you probably don't really even know who it is that you're saving for.
Yeah, I said it wrong. It was 160,000, not 100,000 primo germs.
Or while you are saving, which makes putting it away really tough because there will always be a strong new character that you could pull versus the potential of Vivian, for example.
Averagely, you would get one limited characters that that you want in like roughly about less than 100 pools. Depends on how lucky or unlucky you are.
1.7. So here's the rough plan. Wait for something you really like and then commit to it super hard. For example, full skip Stars of Lyra to plan to pull for Obol Squad, or the other way around.
Yeah, he's absolutely right on this. And the other reason is that they could have a really good signature Wenjin that if you don't use that Wenjin, you're gonna lose a lot, like the one with the Aveline, and the one with the Miyabi.
That is, if you want to keep running best in slot teammates. If you just want to keep pulling for whatever waifu or husbando floats your boat, then that's cool too, and I'm sure you'll still be able to clear no problem. There's plenty of really solid.
And that is also the reason why I said that this strategy is kind of a double edge, because people will feel less incentivized to pull because in their mind they already think that they have to pull tools of them at once. So the player could ends up stop pulling because they can't get both.
Solid A rank options to fill out your teams, and if you have a couple of relatively useful S ranks, you'll be completely fine. So to clarify that this is not a need, you do not need to bank 40k polychrome per patch. You can grab your favorite now and then get the support on the rerun, provided that you still
that is also a good point.
And if you do want to run
get it from rerun
without waiting for reruns, then it's a question of how hard you want to commit in a short time span. And that is always going to be up to you. I think the ideal of having 40k on hand is unrealistic for most players. So I think you should kind of pick a lane and decide that you will either commit super hard to a skip or to a pull. For example, we know that we're going to get Ambi 2, Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, and Trigger in 1.6. Now we can make a...
that's this probably the exact reason why I skip Aveline, because like if I don't skip Aveline, I couldn't get Trigger and Anbi. I couldn't get both Trigger and Anbi. But as compared to Astra, who could be placed in any team, she just simply has more pool value because she could fit in more teams, but Aveline doesn't.
Pretty safe assumption that the two will work well together. So if neither massively appeal from what we've seen so far, and what could be coming is more exciting to you, then
I don't really have strong negativities to this strategy, but it does kind of annoying to have this kind of banner.
Yeah, it's a full skip. Of course, you can play around your luck, and should you get exceptionally lucky on a banner that you did want, if say you did want Ambi to attack the clones and you got her in 20 pulls, and then you win the 50 for Trigger, it might actually open the door for you to consider a character or two from 1.7, even if you were originally planning to be recouping funds during that period. I'd also mention as well that from a meta perspective, yes, the characters are getting stronger, but if you have two solidly built S-rank characters, not even limited, you should still be able to clear and get max polychrome rewards. So as much as there is warranted talk about power creep, could you still clear all the endgame stuff for polychrome rewards if you only have Ellen and Juyu as your limited S-rank characters right now? Yes, you could. Sure, the new characters are going to look appealing and probably be better, but the bar is not that high to get all of the rewards. And I've seen players...
Yeah, that's a pretty good point. I think one of the part that he mentioned earlier that let me pull this up real quick. Yeah, if you have like one of these dual, if you have like two pairs of these dual, you should be able to pretty much you should be able to get all the primo gems. I'm sorry, the polychrome. You should be able to get all the polychromes if you have two of these any of these dual here. That's how. And yeah, I think the difficulties is kind of acceptable at this point.
characters for your teams. I'm not out here crying because I don't have lighter for Evelyn. I'm out here still finishing Shiyu stages in around a minute and setting 35k plus scores on non-Fire Week content. And I've already said that I'm not that great at the game, but lighter better come back before Evelyn gets.
Do you know why he got this score on this boss? On the fire resistant enemy? Because the stage buff is absolutely favorable to the Evelyn, so much so that it overpowered the fire resistant. The buff is like straight up broken with the chain attack for this particular stage.
That's the Ellen treatment. As a player, I enjoy running best in slot teams, and the lighter thing kind of highlights that sometimes you just don't know that your future main is going to want a particular character, and there's no real way to tell at that time. So even with the best laid plans and savings put aside, you may still make the mistake of skipping a really useful character for you. What is in your control though is the knowledge of the gacha pattern of characters that are very good or even best in.
You know what's happened? I skipped Caesar, right? She was like the best characters at the time. But now here you go, you got better support. Astra Yao. So who would have thought?
Slot teammates.
So that's why I made the videos about like just skip more, because that's like the nature of the gacha game.
Running right next to each other, and you can plan for that. And again, this is definitely not a need. You should also gain a bunch of polychrome from the patches too, but it wouldn't surprise me too much if we eventually reach a point where free-to-play or low-spend players fully skip patches to make sure that they can guarantee their favorites and the support.
I do that all the time in Genshin.
I do believe that Zenless Zone Zero so far though has done a really good job of making sure that all characters have a use case and no limited S ranks at this point feeling limiting in terms of only supporting one other character or something. If you've been playing since the start and just pulling based on the character...
Yeah, like Astra Yao is like super universal though. I appreciate that. Like they doesn't really make Astra specifically for the Evelyn, but pretty much for any unit in the game.
And not on the meta, I still don't think you could have really gone that far wrong because they keep making banger characters. But as we head deeper into the game, supports may be less likely to continue being universally good and more likely to buff specific niches, and being prepared for that is the tough part. And if you're a newer player,
my bet is they are going to came out with the universal support and the niche support interchangeably, and they would also do the same with the DPS, because like Miyabi is more universal as a DPS because she got both critical damage and the anomaly damage, but unit like Evelyn, she's more of a niches DPS, and I really think that they are going to do it interchangeably. They're not going to like committed all in within like one types of characters, within like niches types of characters only.
Paying major attention and not committing too soon to supportive characters like the upcoming Trigger, who could potentially start that trend of filling a more niche supportive role and only being best in slot with I still know.
I think pretty much any stunner that doesn't provide the elemental damage are kind of they should be kind of universal.
What MB2 did last summer.
But I haven't looked into the league yet, so I don't know about it.
And then much less effective than someone like Qingyi with most other attack agents. Potentially. I mean, it's all still up in the air right now, of course. But anyway, another video of mine should have popped up now. I'm off to do some fishing, which has been pretty fun so far. Let me know, what do you guys think about this idea in the comments down below.
Great videos.
Appreciate you all.
Yeah, I think I will just stop the live stream here. Yeah, thank you for coming, and hope you guys has a great day. Yep, see you guys. And I think I might delete the part that I reacted and made into a proper videos. But we'll see. We'll see. You know what? You know what? I could have actually just kept fishing and maybe chilling with you guys, I guess. But I might do it. I might do it in Japanese because I really do want to learn it. Maybe I shouldn't be like try that hard to like X を押しで投げて込む。Yeah, one fish, then I will get Yep, after I finish this quest, I guess I will just turn it I will just turn off the screen. R2. So do I hold it? Okay. L2. Oh. Spam it. .5 kg. Nice. Oh. You are teaching really well, Qingyi. I'm just teaching you the basic. Getting the big fishes depends on your training and practice. Yeah, anyway, I think I think I should turn off the stream, but and wish you guys good. Wish you guys have a good night, and yeah, until next time. See you guys. Thanks for coming.